God be the glory. Today is the last Friday in the year 2022. I want to thank God for making us see today to bring you another edition of Engineering and You. I also want to say a big thank you to the sponsor of this program, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shillon, because if he hasn't been consistent with sponsorship of this program, you won't see us on your TV screen presenting to you Engineering and You. So I want to say thank you to Prince Engineer Mrs. Shillon FNSC for this yeoman's job that he's doing purposely to encourage young Nigerians so that they can venture into engineering, technology, science, and mathematics. My name is Tunde Olaniro, your anchor on this program, and on this show is going to be very interesting as usual because there's a prize to win if you can answer our question correctly. And the question to answer is: a machine having a velocity ratio of 4 requires a weight of 20 kg to overcome a weight of 60 kg. The efficiency of the machine is what? A, 33.5%, B, 60%, C, 75%, and D, 90%. That's the question right there on your screen. So when you call us, just give us the option. Either the answer is A, B, C, or D, so that you don't waste your time. You can also get your answers across to us courtesy of our social media platform, via our social media platforms, I beg your pardon. So your gift is ready, and it's courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shillon. Without wasting any of our time, we'll take this very short break. My guest is already in the house, and he's going to be talking about something that I'm sure will interest you, especially to interest every young Nigerians out there. We'll take this break. When we return, I'll let you know who my guest is. Welcome back. For our guest for today is Engineer Dr. Abeokuta Ali. A little brief introduction about him. He has a BTech in computer engineering from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, then proceeded for his master's degree in computer science from the University of Ibadan, and a PhD in computer science at Lautech. Today we'll be discussing, he's a registered engineer with Korean, and we'll be discussing today data and artificial intelligence, PANACEA to youth unemployment. So I won't waste any of his time. I don't waste your time either, because I know you will want to learn 1 or 2 things from him. So Engineer Abeokuta Ali, welcome to Engineering and You.
Thank you.
So let's have your topic now.
Okay, so like I've said, I'll be speaking on data and artificial intelligence, PANACEA to youth unemployment. So this graph shows the unemployment trend, in Nigeria from 2002 up to 2021, and you can see that from around 2012 it just kept rising, at like a geometric ratio. So, and the attendant effect of this, you can see it is very obvious in our society, is increase in militancy, violent crime, kidnapping, restiveness on the part of the youth, and then a lot of socially delinquent behavior. So which it shows us that as unemployment increases, some of these social vices also increases. So however, in another news, artificial intelligence is going to create about 58 million new jobs by 2022, according to a report of Forbes. Okay, of course, I must also balance to say that with the introduction of artificial intelligence, there will also be lots of jobs. Okay, but in all, generally, artificial intelligence will introduce massive amount of jobs. Of course, 30% of other jobs in other sectors could be under potential threat. Unskilled jobs, may have very grave threats, but AI jobs will not be lost. Rather, there will be more more jobs, it will create more jobs, and the existing roles will be rebuilt. So the big question is, what is AI? Okay, AI, which we refer to as artificial intelligence, is a branch of computer science that studies machine intelligence. Okay, it performs tasks that usually are meant for human. Okay, and especially tasks that requires repetitive, or monotonous actions. So, what are the components of AI? You have image recognition, speech recognition, chat box, natural language generation, or natural language processing, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what is the buzz? Why AI, why data? Okay, the answer to that is, there's this common saying that money makes the world go round. Okay, but however, now it is data that makes the world go round. In fact, the currency that we are spending now is data. We are in a data economy. There was a time that used to be, agriculture, at times it used to be petroleum, and all that. But now it is data. Data is the new money, is the new oil. Okay, so if you look at this graph or this image, you see that about 2.9 million, okay, emails are sent every second. Okay, we have about 700 million total minutes that is spent on Facebook each minute. And then the one that is even more exciting, or most exciting, is that the data that is sent by mobile internet users is about 1.3 exabytes. Exabytes.
That's times.
That's like a yes. That's the 6 power of 1,000. So you see, if you want to visualize that, let's say that a gigabyte is like the hertz. Okay, and then exabyte is like the sun. So it's massive amount of data that is being generated from our phone every minute. Okay, so there's data everywhere. So let me give a typical example. Just after I just inserted this slide just this afternoon, few minutes before I left my house, I went on ChatGPT, just a chatbot, okay, that was trained using supervised learning and what we also call reinforced learning, which are aspects of artificial intelligence, with about close to 1 terabyte of data obtained from textbooks, web text, Wikipedia, and so on. And you can ask ChatGPT any question. In fact, you want to write an essay as a student, just type it and see the question I asked ChatGPT. I said, how will AI reduce unemployment in Nigeria? And in less than 10 seconds, it gave me, some of the answers, here. I don't want to read it, but they are all here, So this is just a typical example of what we can do with the massive amount of data that is, available. Now, this introduces us to the concept of data science, because there's so much data. There's a need to analyze the data. There's a need to generate pattern or trend from those data. So what is data science? Data science or data scientists, they manage, they manipulate, and they extract data. Okay, they get knowledge from this tremendous amount of data, which we refer to as big data. Okay, now it is multidisciplinary because you can apply it even in media, telecommunication, mass communication, oil and gas, banking, medicine, and so on. Okay, so and the goal of data science is to address the challenge in big data, and the principle of data applies to whether it is a small data or big data. It doesn't matter. The principle and the algorithms, it works, is the same. So what is the use of this big data? You can use them in image recognition. You can use them in healthcare advancement, in weather forecasting. Okay, that is how the meteorologists are able to know that in a few months' time it's going to rain, or there is going to be flooding, or because of the data they have probably over the years, they are able to forecast. Okay, they are able to identify trend or pattern. Okay, and with that pattern or trend, they are able to make informed decision about what is going to happen. Fraud detection. Okay, gaming, logistics, recommender systems. For example, if you go to some of these e-commerce sites, you browse on probably you try to buy a phone or a TV or something like that, and you find out that you get to another website and it starts showing you, other types of phones, or it starts telling you some other, because you browse for phone, and it starts showing you some other things, that are related to, what you just, checked on a different site. Those are recommended systems, because by checking those sites, it has saved your data, and then it begins to make recommendations to you. The same way if you probably browse about a book or a movie, like on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will suggest.
It starts making suggestions to you.
Of the same.
Yes. So it's learning from your data. And then if you have a group of friends or people that also are seated with you, it starts making recommendations because he believes that because you are friends, you have some common likes and things like that. So those are some of the things, advantages or things that we can benefit from big data. So why do we need to study, data science or machine learning or related, studies in AI? Because there are a lot of learning opportunities. And then number two, which is of course very important, is the earning potential. There's a lot of money.
The money.
Yes. There's a lot of money.
People want to hear.
I must tell you, there's a lot of money there. It's one of the fastest growing, sectors, and there's a lot of money. And most of these organizations now, they are now creating defined rules, especially at the top executive level for data officers. You find companies now having chief data officer, information officers, and so on. Those things don't exist before.
Data analyst
and all that, and then they rise through the rank to be top executive of the organization. So there are a lot of potentials. There are diverse employment opportunities, consulting opportunities. Their career outlook is very good. Okay, and then it requires modern skills, and then potential to create change, and then you need to keep learning. So you are not restricted. You can apply your data science skills to any sector where there is data. And the funny thing is that because data is what we are practically dropping data everywhere. Practically dropping data by clicking every click, every action you carry out on your phone, you are dropping, data. So there's a lot of things that can be done. So education for data scientists, of course, getting an undergraduate degree in computer science or data science is one of the best routes, to start a career in data science. But if you have a degree in mathematics, maybe programming, information tech, data analytics, software engineering, and some other, STEM, engineering, science, mathematics, related course, it's okay. And the funny thing is that even some secondary school students now are picking up, data science, and they are doing well, even earning in dollars already. Even at secondary school level, some of our students, even that have not even graduated, are already earning a lot of money by doing remote jobs, as analysts or machine learning engineers. So what are the skills, that is required? Programming skills, coding and computer science skills, statistical and mathematical skills, ability to deploy machine learning models, ability to use artificial intelligence in data mining and analysis, data analysis skills.
Okay, we have a caller. Calling from Lagos. Hello? How are you Lagos today?
Fine.
Alright, you want to ask my guest a question, or you want to answer our question?
I want to answer your question.
Okay, what's the answer, Joseph?
The answer is 75C.
See, I'll let you make a call, Joseph. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
Alright. Please go ahead.
Okay, so these are some of the skills that you need, to be able to function as a data scientist. However, the good thing is, even as a secondary school student, especially those in probably SS2, SS3, most of these skills, it's very easy for them to acquire it. Okay, and then there are also non-technical skills that are required, like ability for critical thinking, analytical skills, problem solving skills, intellectual curiosity. You must be somebody that is ready to explore, play around with data, then effective writing and verbal communication skills is also important. Now, this is what I refer to as need to know. Okay, there are some programming languages that is required, like Java, Python, R, SAS, SQL. However, there are also some data science tools or platforms that we refer to as